On tap, Sucks from Lagunitas.
Better beer authority, better beer.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lewandowski, and this is your Better Beer Authority. Today we're going to be trying a beer that has come on the scene with rave reviews and has become a personal favorite of mine. Sucks, brown sugar substitute ale from the Lagunitas Brewing Company out of Petaluma, California. Lagunitas began in 1993 when its founder, Tony McGee, opened the company in Lagunitas, California, but had to move the brewery only a year later to its Petaluma location after quickly outgrowing their original brewery. They're currently the 6th largest craft beer producer in the country and are expanding to a second brewery and tap house in Chicago, Illinois that is expected to be opening in January 2013. Sucks is considered an Imperial IPA even though it's only 7.85% ABV and 63 IBUs. This beer was originally created in 2011 after their traditional winter seasonal, brown sugar, couldn't be produced due to capacity issues at the brewery. It was instantly praised after such a successful first run. Lagunitas decided to make it a regular seasonal offering. Sucks currently receives a 97 on Beer Advocate and 99 on Rate Beer. It's currently a limited winter seasonal and available in 6-packs and also special 32-ounce bottles. Alright, let the blind review begin. David, what are you picking up from the aroma on this beer?
You know, I've been sitting here for a few minutes and I can't pick up anything. I think I know it's an IPA. It goes down well. I just can't pick up anything. It doesn't have those, I can't pick up anything. I mean, I pick up IPA, but I'm not picking up a specific hop. I'm not picking up citrus. I'm not picking up mango. Not picking up pine. I'm just kind of picking up a general IPA, if that makes any sense.
Okay, so you're not picking, like I said, nothing in particular. You just know when smelling it, it smells like an IPA.
Yeah, when a beer's brewed at a citra hop, like or the Falcon Flight, like on the wings, you know that that citrus is hitting you, and you know what it is. This one, I just can't put my finger on it.
It's so subdued, it's hardly noticeable.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, Dave, hopefully you're getting something better out of this from the taste versus the aroma. Are you getting something out of the better taste-wise?
I think it's just like you mentioned. I mean, there's really not much you can pick up on the aroma. As far as tasting it, I can taste I know you can tell it's an IPA just by the taste. But as far as any notes, maybe a little bit of citrus, but other than that, I really can't take anything else from this.
Okay, all right. Now, Richard, give us kind of a total overview. I mean, kind of like nothing much on the aroma, citrusy on the flavor. How would you describe this beer overall?
I mean, to get an aroma, you really have to swirl it a lot, and I don't want to swirl it like the Banshees got all over the set.
Sure.
But you do get some aroma, but it's not a pungent hop taste. And drinking it, it's an IPA.
Mm-hmm. And you guys are correct, it is an IPA.
Mm-hmm. Almost want to say it's a West Coast IPA, but there's a sweetness in it. But not like an English-style IPA where it's a really thick malty sweetness.
Okay.
So there's either something else in it making it sweet, or it's just, maybe it is the malts and just different malts in it. I mean, I like it as an IPA, but one thing I love on a good IPA, if it's out of a can, you pop the can, you get that bomb of the smell, or something's in a bottle, you pick it up off the vapors of it.
Yeah, you smell it right away.
And to me, some of the enjoyment out of a good IPA is that aroma, but the flavor is pretty good. The hops in it aren't lingering at all.
Okay.
But it still tastes fresh though.
Okay.
I will say that, even though a lot of times a sweetness, if you say an IPA is malty and sweet, sometimes it could just be old. This one doesn't taste or feel old to me.
Okay. All right. Excellent. David, what's your rating and why?
No, I'm going with a 6 on this one. Now, for me, the aroma is part of the tasting experience. When you have those citrusy, those big piney IPAs, it just kind of blends well together. I will say that this beer does have a nice creamy mouthfeel, and like Rich was saying, it doesn't linger that much. I mean, it certainly is a crushable beer. But as far as like reaching for it on the shelves again,
Okay.
I'm happy to drink this now. I'll probably crush this, but it's just not something I'm that excited about. So I'm going to solid 6.
And you can crush it because it's about 7.8. So I mean, it's nothing that's overly, but it's definitely something you want. You don't want to crush. You don't want to crush too many.
I was gonna tell you, I bet this is about a 7% ABV,
Okay.
but now since you say it, I can't look like I know what I'm talking about.
Right. Okay. Dave, what about you? What's your rating?
I will give this a 7, and the reason why, I mean, and we talked about, there's really not much of an aroma. There's really not much notes you can pick up from it, but it's very drinkable, and you can see how much I've been drinking it compared to the other
And
guys.
we poured you guys each a full glass,
yeah.
so.
And it's very enjoyable. I mean, this is something that I can see myself, sitting out in the backyard and drinking when it's really sunny outside. But so it's a solid beer, solid for an IPA. I mean, yes, it's missing some of the things that we're looking for. In this case, a nice sweet aroma, but I will still drink this.
Okay. Would you still drink this again?
I would. I would drink it again. There's a lot of other IPAs I would choose ahead of it,
Okay.
and I think are better. But I'm not saying that this is a bad beer. I think it's a good beer. Definitely above average beer. I would drink it again. I wouldn't drink it every day, but
Okay.
order off the menu if I was at a beer bar, or maybe pick up a bottle to take home.
All right. So what are you gonna give it?
I'm giving it a 7.
All right. All right. Cool. Well, I'm happy to say that personally, I mean, because I know what it is, I'm very biased by this one because I've had this so many times, as I know he has, and I think we are picking up right where BBA left off because we are doing sucks.
Oh, we're getting hammered for this.
Lagunitas sucks.
Here, this one's full.
Yeah, there you go. Here, you want to crush it on them.
People go nuts over this beer.
You have no idea. When I was in Manassas, and when I found out that the place nearby had 2 cases, I rushed out of there. I rushed over there right away and grabbed some because I wanted this. Because this is one of that I could personally have all the time. The aroma, yes, I can definitely notice that, and I see what you guys are talking about. I'm one who's all over this one.
It's funny. I went to a beer shop yesterday, and they were giving samples there, and I had one, and I said to myself, "This is a little better than I remember." And on Untapped, I think I gave it either 3.5 or 4. And last year, I had
3.5 or 4 out of 5, or
out of 5, which you double it, it's about I don't know, somewhere between. Was about 7.
Okay.
So my rating yesterday. So I had an idea that this was what it was because I had it, 18 hours ago maybe.
All right.
But I didn't want to say anything to ruin it for these guys, or in case I was wrong, I guess. No.
Yeah, and David, I mean, this is one where we go nuts for it. As soon as I found out that I got this, I got a 6-pack for you, and we go nuts. We love this one. This is one that we will sit and have all the time when it's around.
Correct. What's funny is because I told you, I'm like, I know this is Lagunitas. I was trying to figure out, I said,
You told me off camera before we started filming. I was like, I'm not saying a damn thing.
I was like, I know this. I know I've had this one plenty of times. So
I had this last year, and I remember the hype. People, on Beer Advocate, and there's like, has it popped up yet in Northern Virginia? Where's sucks? And I had it at a bar, a pretty reputable bar that, it was a fresh bottle, and I was like, I just didn't buy the hype when I had it last year. So I'm pretty happy with my rating because this is how I felt last year about it.
Okay.
I tried it last year because of the hype and I didn't really care for it. And so I'm happy with my 6.
Fair enough. That's why we wanted to bring and continue the blind taste test.
Yeah.
So we can have these types of beers that we, like I said, like they ended with Dark Lord. I figured this was a good one to kind of go into because this one has such a built-up hype around it consistently.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, Lagunitas Sucks gets a 6.7 on the BBA scale. What do you think of the beer? Do you think it really lives up to that hype? Definitely leave us your comments below. And be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube. And definitely follow us over on our Facebook and Twitter pages. Definitely love hearing from you. Again, my name is Andrew Lewandowski, and this is your Better Beer Authority.
Better beer.